Y'all gotta let me know if this is working. Can y'all hear me? Okay, wait. Okay, so the microphone works. And the screen works too, like y'all can see the screen. Okay, hell yeah. What about this? You get the distortion and everything. How loud is my computer fan? It's pretty fucking loud over here, but I put a gate on the microphone. So, I hope it doesn't. I hope it's not. I know it's a little loud, yeah. Can y'all still hear me over it though? Let me try and make the gate better before I like start shit. Hello? Does that change anything? What if I... Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Okay. Oh yeah. I realized the problem. Oh yeah, that's the guitar noise. Okay, wait. Yeah, let me... How's this? Oh yeah. Okay. Well, how's everyone's day? I'm gonna wait a bit before I like just start going into shit. Because it is not 6 o'clock yet. Hell yeah. Sorry, I don't have a second monitor. I'm like looking at the chat on my phone. I've never really done like a production walkthrough before. This is the first time, I think. I've had some like production videos up on my YouTube that aren't there anymore, but definitely not gone into like the process. Just sick. I think it's gonna be fire. I'm stoked to walk through it. Question: if you wanted to, would you sell your fish? No, I wouldn't sell the stems. I'd give them away, I think, and I still want to do that. I just need to. I want to get. I'd like to do, like vinyl and merch and stuff too. So I'd have to like make sure they were all. I think it'd be cool if they were all at the same time, but also I'd worried people would lose interest if I like released it like way later. Will the stream be available after it's done? Yeah, I think so. I hope I'm doing it right. But if I have it like recorded, I'm gonna re-upload it. Was Fishmonger your first album, or have you produced for other people before? Um, I've produced for other people before. My friend Rodney Chrome, you should all tap into. Y'all gotta listen to Rodney Chrome. Made a whole album with him called Queer Pressure, and I just did like production on it. But y'all should definitely listen to that. It's so good. I'm really glad I got to work with him. And I'm stoked to see what he's gonna do in the future. Oh, let me put this guitar down. Fishmonger merch would be insane. Yeah, I've got like one idea for yes, Fishmonger double XL hoodie. That'd be fucking crazy. Or at least someone's gonna be mad oversized. It's gonna be the only option, so you have to get double XL. Fishmonger hair ties, that'd be bonkers. Do I fish? I haven't fished in forever. It's been so long. I love fishing though. When Elena be down to make more hoodies like the one you wore in the Spoiled Little Brat music video, maybe that one's like I literally just bought like a 4XL like white hoodie or something, and then I was like, and I bought like blue spray paint, and I'm like, Elena go crazy. What's up, Babik? The one moderator. I've never done a Twitch stream before. Yeah, go ahead. Let me get dance permission first, though. What's your favorite album released this year? Teen Week by Delezy, 100%. Teen Week is so nuts. I hope the stream gets saved too. I think I did everything right for it to be saved. Have you listened to Gabber while producing your favorite psychic? I'll go into that more. I'll go into that when we get to the song. But I'm gonna go in chronological order. What's up, Flood Music? What's up, Flood Dubs? You're planning to drop samples of Fishmonger like you did with the skin purifying unit? I don't know. I don't think so. I really am not proud of that sample pack. I didn't really. I feel like now I know more what I'm doing, but at the same time, I don't feel like. I don't know. I'll walk through all the production stuff, but I do think like the. I don't know. I don't know about my like. I don't know how good of like samples I could like be giving people. I'm not. I don't know. Can you make a drop in 10 minutes though? Yeah, I could try. I could try for sure. That'd be crazy. Hair routine tutorial when? Let me give you the cliff notes. Dry shampoo is fire. I like straighten my hair, but I use this shit. It's like it's the heat damage, like it protects against heat damage. You do that in small sections. You can't just go like all the way. You gotta do small sections. It takes me a while. It takes me like an hour. Will you be streaming more after this? Probably not. I don't know. I rarely like open Ableton for fun anymore. So I don't know. If I ever like start having some like huge production moment, I could maybe stream more. It was way easier to set up than I thought. Can I get a rundown on the drums for Where Did You Fall? Yes. I will do that later. For sure. Become a Minecraft streamer? Oh, hell yeah. I fucking do that. Okay. I'm gonna wait like 2 more minutes and then we can start. I got like scenes and shit. Look at this. Look at me fading in between. Are you still studying in school? No, I'm not. What are my pronouns? I'm cool with whatever. I usually tell people they, them, but I'm chill with whatever. Favorite song off of Fishmonger? Dry Land, for sure. I asked how old you are. I just turned 21. Yeah, I'm gonna open 70%. We're gonna go in order. And I hope it works. Have I listened to Little Crush? I love that song. It's a banger. Thoughts on tour season? I don't know, I love it. This is prime. This is where he shine. This is our time to do stupid shit. Where's the celebrity sample source from? Yo, I guess I could go through that. The celebrity sample is... Y'all remember 15.ai? Like, that's where people get, like, the SpongeBob shit or whatever? I think that's, like, Fluttershy or something. Like, saying celebrity. And I was like, oh, that's fire. Oh, Umru says she. He's, like, in the other room. Say it to my face. Did you sample Echo 2K from one of them? Yes. Strictly business. For IRL live shows, do you want to play with a band or play solo? Probably solo? I don't know. I've been thinking about it because like I truly have like no idea what I'd want to do if I went live or whatever. But probably solo. I feel like it's hard to turn a lot of the production stuff into like band music. I feel like it'd be really hard to coordinate. What's up, Jaren? Jaren's in the chat. Banger. Okay. What's my favorite chip? Baked Lays. Love baked Lays. Are there future plans for Milkfish, or is it just a whenever kind of? It's a whenever kind of project for sure. I am like holding on to this edit, this like Dreamcatcher edit. That's like it's in like one of the 6 Impala sets, but I definitely want to put that out because I love that edit. Yes, thank you for the Baked Lays love, for real. Baked Lays go crazy. Favorite Cornelius album? Point, for sure. Touch grass, you're so fucking right. I haven't touched grass today. How's it like working with 6 Impala? 6 Impala is great. Dan, who goes by Cat, is fucking crazy. Insane at like picking shit up. And super inspirational person. When's the speedrun starting? Okay, fine. Let's fucking start then. Let's do it. Let's roll. Okay, first of all, can you hear this? Okay. Should I turn it up? If I talk over it, can you still hear me? Okay, sounds like everything's good. So, let me first off start by saying, like, usually my project files, like, aren't this organized, but I was on some, like, I don't know what I was on. I was on some random shit. Hold up, let me turn off. Okay, so I gotta turn off this like D-click thing so it doesn't lag. But like when I recorded the slide guitar for this, it was like there was so many fucking. I was clipping the shit out of it or whatever, like not on purpose. Like it sounded really bad, so I like went into RX and like D-clicked the shit, and it like kind of worked, but I'm just gonna turn it off so it doesn't go too crazy. But this is 70%. I wanted I made this song with making it like the first track in mind. Like I wanted some like first track that like was unexpected for like what I normally put out. I wanted to be like catch people off guard or whatever. And I had been like super into Jet Set Radio at the time, so I think that was kind of like how it came about. So yeah, let's go through it. The main like part of this is the slide guitar. Like that's sort of the most like it's kind of the lead instrument, I feel. And he's like clicking as fuck or whatever. But like yeah, I didn't have like a proper like slide thing, but I used like a bottle or whatever. And just did this all like really quickly and kind of like scrappy because I kind of wanted it to be. But yeah, it's super clicky, and then by the end it gets even like it gets super annoying or whatever. But yeah, so that's sort of the main thing. But yeah, let's go through the drums first, I guess. These drums, I believe, are actual drums. I did try and record actual drums for this, and I just couldn't get them to sound good. But yeah, those are the actual drums underneath. But they kind of like I've got them like flanged or whatever to like shit, and I've got them like in this frequency range like the whole time. Y'all can see, by the way, right? It wasn't loading on my phone. Sweet. So yeah, these are like underneath the actual drums the whole time, which are just like standard library contact drums, I think. What is going on here? Oh yeah, so by the way, like a lot of these are like old fucking like super old project files to the point where like I'm not gonna remember a lot of the things I did, but I'll like talk about them. I'll try to talk about them as best I can. But like I don't know why I have like two. We're gonna figure out together why I have two drum tracks playing the exact same thing. But this is like the standard rock kit with like a drum bus on it. And I've compressed them to shit or whatever. And then like, yeah, see, I don't know why I did that, but like, yeah, I've got a reverb on, which with the size all the way down and the decay time also all the way down. So it sounds like it's in like a box or whatever. And I think maybe I layered them just so it sounds like I've got it at 100%, so they're not like overlapping necessarily. They're a little bit like later because of this pre-delay, but I think that makes it sound like bigger, I guess. Yeah, and then all together. So you can still, I'm kind of using the real drums as like a break. You know what I mean? Just sort of in the back. But then for like the little break parts where I'm like screaming or whatever, I've got like more like, they're a lot less, these are definitely like, you know, electronic drums type shit, but and this was like a drum loop that I had made, and it's in like 3 other project files or some shit. Like it ended up here, but yeah. Umir sample? Yeah, you're gonna see a lot of Umir samples. Love Umir samples. So that's pretty much the drums. Got a shepherd tone here, you know what it is. I don't... Okay, if we move on, I didn't do much to this bass. I just EQ'd it a bit and compressed it. Oh, never mind, I did a lot to this bass. Ha ha ha. So I don't... I'm sort of subscribed to the thing where, like, just try a bunch of shit till it, like, sounds good, like, in your ear or whatever. Like, you can always trust your ear. So, like, I know for a fact this is not, like, the way this is not, like, is not the way to, like, process a bass or whatever. But I was like, whatever. It works. And then underneath the slide guitar, we have these, like, super trashy, just, like, staccato type rhythm shit. And then for the breaks, I think it's, yeah, this is just a clean guitar amp with, like, palm muting, essentially. Are there any other cool guitar things? I sampled some feedback, and then for this whole fade-in thing, I don't know what this is. Oh yeah. This is me just messing around and making, like, weird sounds. How long have you been playing guitar? Like a year or something. I like always, like, pick it up, like, whenever it's, like, near me or whatever, but I definitely don't consider myself too much of a guitarist at the moment. But I'll get there. All right, echoing flesh chambers. So first of all, we've got this, like, into classic, like, kid yay from, like, iMovie or whatever. I thought that was a really cool way to, like, introduce the song before any of the vocals come in. I don't know how audible that is, like, in the song. I don't know if, like, but I was super stoked on it. Oh god, these vocals are so embarrassing. And I think, like, the reason I pitched them up was because, like, I couldn't stand to hear them, like, as they were or whatever. But how did I process these? This was a little altar boy, and I got a new computer, and now I don't have a little altar boy anymore. But it's chill because I have Isotope Nectar 2, which you'll learn throughout this entire thing is that, like, it is like maybe the only, like, plugin I, like, need or whatever. Isotope Nectar 2 is my favorite vocal plugin. I can't open plugins on stream. I couldn't figure that out, but like, without showing my whole screen the whole time. But would highly recommend Isotope Nectar 2. You can find it, but if you're gonna, like, buy it legally, then, like, Nectar 3 is also good. It's just not as, like Nectar 2 is fire though. Nectar 2 is way better. So this has a really short delay on it, which is like a slapback delay. So I have the feedback all the way down and the delay at 70, like 70 milliseconds or whatever, and then the dry wet around here. So what that does is it's like if you're in a concert and you hear something from far away, and then you hear, like, a second version of that come in, and you can hear, like, a lot of that in, like, older music or even just like rock music today or whatever. Or maybe it's, like, really subtle, like, underneath everything, just to make it feel, like, more full or whatever. Can you show what they sound like clean? Absolutely fucking not. These, maybe any other vocals, but these are, like, this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing for me. But yeah, that's pretty basic, but I think, what is this? Oh, you know why it's not playing? Okay. So let me get into the next thing. Because this is interesting. I'm not gonna fucking do it. I don't even know what they sound. I didn't even, like, do my due. I didn't even see what they sounded like before I came on here. I should have done that. No. Anyway. So, one of the things that, like, I wanted to do with this project. I had a lot of like sonic consistencies that I wanted to like keep in or whatever. So that was like every song needed to have like guitar on it. Every song needed to use like these tags, you know, like I had, you know, all these like tags all over the album and stuff like that. And like the third most important one at the time was like I need to have in every song some kind of part where like I use really bad like MP3 audio. Like MP like or something where it's like if you're listening off of like the worst thing imaginable, like what the music would sound like or whatever. And that's you can do that in iTunes. You can convert like like MP3s to MP3s with lower quality or whatever. So before I found a certain plugin, I didn't know that like that there was anything that could do this. So this whole thing where it kind of like degrades over time or whatever, it's not an EQ, it's like the audio's getting worse and worse. So like this is like 320 whatever. This is getting worse. It's getting even worse. Getting even worse. 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 And then worse. So by the time we're here, I think this is like 16 or something kilobits, whatever. But yeah, I had to do this manually, so I had to like take this clip, put it through iTunes like 7 times or whatever, and then like constantly bounce it again within iTunes, making the quality worse and worse. And obviously once I found that one plugin, yeah, Lossy, like it got so easy just to fix that or whatever. But for a bit, it was definitely like that was what I was doing. I think that's about it for this one.
It's the new wave of the future. Celebrity business. Am I extreme? Best friend ever.
And then I have the sneeze. Oh, I forgot the clean vocals. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's a shame. Sorry about that. Ha 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 ha. Okay, what's next? What's after this? Let me jump back here while I open secondhand embarrassment. We recorded the tags. I did some of them. One of them's like a text to speech. One of them's Echo 2K. One of them's from. I won't say what one of them is from. I won't say what Best Friend Ever is from because I feel like it'd be cool if someone like years from now just stumbled upon it accidentally. But yeah, let's run secondhand embarrassment, which should be pretty quick because this one's like mad simple. It's the vocals though that are like the fun part of this in my opinion, but the instrumental itself is like super simple. What's the project file name? This one's like secondhand embarrassment, but there's some that are different. I don't remember off the top of my head if this had an alternate name. Let me look. Did 70% have it? No. Secondhand embarrassment was not called anything before this, no. But I'll let you know. So yeah, this is secondhand embarrassment. Also, sorry, I've never like talked about this shit before, so I don't know the right way to go about shit. Yes, master clipping, 100%. It's fire. But yeah, these drums are pretty simple. I have a habit of like putting the bass in the drum group or whatever if I know I'm gonna saturate it, because I want the bass to saturate with the drums. So these aren't just drums, like this is the bass underneath this. But yeah, so they distort together. Did I do anything? Yeah, these are different kicks. I didn't pan these, did I? No. But I want to talk about the bass patch, because I love the bass patch. It's literally just like it's a sine wave with a little bit of white noise underneath. Like, I think it's being FM'd into this, because that's how operator works. But then for this right here, the LFO, I have this like, oh wait, I lost the check. For the LFO, I have the rate turned like pretty high up, and it's automatically mapped to the pitch, or at least it was in like Live 10 or whatever. So whenever I like raise this up or whatever, that's just a pure tone. And then if I like, right? But if I only do it a little bit, there's like a sweet spot where it's just like vibrato. So I use that here when I get to these like high notes. It's like a super small thing, but I think it really adds a lot. I love making like really wacky bass patterns or whatever. So these only go up like octaves, but I really think it's like, I don't know. I'm stoked on like how that ended up, but I'm mainly this thing right here, like a little fill within the bass patch or whatever. This is a key change. Oh yeah. So like I also have this like percussive part of it. How did I do this? Yeah, so I turned the volume down instead of it just being like a, so it's like a pluck or whatever. And then I enable this chorus for like just that note. So instead of like, it sounds like it's a different synth or whatever. But it's the same patch. It's all the same patch. And I have that distorting with these drums until, of course, like it gets to the end. And then this is once again like a mix of like real drums and fake drums. I think it's, yeah, same fucking kit, different drum bus maybe, but like, but I think these drums I did actually record, and they do sound terrible, but I want them to sound terrible. This vinyl distortion really makes things sound like trashy, because it kind of makes it like stereotype thing. Do you have a kit? No, I don't. When I was still in school, I recorded it there. But yeah, this turned out super crunchy for this like, how much is that? 9 seconds for this 9-second part. And then once again, I like fed the thing through the iTunes thing to make the quality worse. And that's just kind of everything, like the whole beat or whatever, with really low audio quality. So that's a drum group. This is the guitars, which all of these guitars pretty much play the same thing for the whole song. I have a side chain going. Streaming is so hard. I have to like, I'm trying to like look at the chat at the same time, but it's I'm definitely struggling. So yeah, these are just like really like clean tone for the guitars. For this part here, it's essentially the same thing too. Like almost identical pattern. Just with a heavier processing. I have this bass here, which I like tuned down to a D. I think that's I don't think it's pitched. Nah. And then this shit I'm super proud of. This is maybe my favorite part of the song. This like where like I'm super inspired by this one part in Koi by Leaf with a I. I mean with a one. And that song's produced by Sophie. One of my that's definitely like one of my favorite productions from her. But there's this one part before like this like whole like jump up part or whatever, where it's just the synth like that just goes like or whatever, and like the whole song like stops. So I like wanted to mimic that just like with guitars, I guess. Where are the drones? Yeah. So the classic bubble fall, just like pitched all the way down. And with, is there frequency shit on it? Whatever. But like it normally sounds like a classic sound. But yeah, when it's like pitched down, kind of sounds like birds or something. Yeah, that's like the future bass, like. What else? Oh yeah, the key change has some really cool like big chords. And then underneath there's like this finger picking thing, I believe. Yeah. So that's pretty much the beat, but the vocals are where I had like the most fun for sure, and it's like the biggest group. So if you go in this like front part, I have this like breathing in and out, which is like I think it's inspired by Kiss Kiss, T-Pain's part in Kiss Kiss, where it goes like ha ha ha. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean. Yeah, they're saying in the chat. Yeah, so that's like probably what inspired this part. I wanted this like breathing thing while I was going back and forth like with this, like this is one part and this is the other. So they're like going back and forth while the breathing's happening. That's Nectar doing all the work. This is the same file with like the harmony tab. Once again, we'll always recommend iZotope Nectar. Don't talk if you're not gonna say. Did you record the vocals on your iPhone? Yes, I did. That all started because the first song I made for the project, Where Did You Fall? I didn't have a mic with me, so I like recorded the vocals on an iPhone, and I was like, okay, now all of the songs I have to do for this album like have to be like iPhone vocals or whatever. But don't sleep on the iPhone mic. The iPhone mic's fire. You just need to get in like a quiet place. Like I recorded most of these things in like the car or whatever. But all of them, most of them, I think. Most of them are iPhone mic. I have a mic now. I put a sock on it. But when I was back home, like in quarantine with my family or whatever, it was just easier to like, I don't know. I just used the iPhone mic. And I kept everything like pretty consistent, I think. But the iPhone mic's great. The high frequencies are like fire. You just kind of have to sing a little different. Like I have to be really cautious of the, since I don't have like a pop filter, I have to be cautious of like the of the consonants, like when I'm singing it. But
don't talk if you're not gonna say much.
These are doubled, and don't have two. They don't have any auto-tune? Whoa! That's crazy. Wait, okay. I didn't expect that. I always put auto-tune on everything, but there's no auto-tune on these. That's crazy. Okay, it's only for like these two tracks though. All the other shit, like all the other tracks in here, definitely have auto-tune on them. But wow, okay, I didn't know that. But I usually double my vocals like most of the time, unless the instrumental kind of like has nothing going on, then maybe I'll feel more like inclined to like just keep one layer. But I usually always have to do some shit. So yeah, there's the talk, and then underneath there's the like talk, just repeating the thing, like whispering. I
don't like the taste of. No, I'm burst with the 4-digit pin code.
Yeah. Okay, so.
No, I'm burst with the 4-digit pin code. Eat your words when it doesn't match the skin tone. So blue, no sight, yellow brick road. That's for the west, don't come back to San Francisco.
This is something I did, which I like didn't. I never usually do, but where I have like the melody and the harmony be sort of at like the same volume, so it's kind of hard to like tell them apart.
No, I'm burst with the 4-digit pin code. Eat your words when it doesn't match the skin tone. So blue, no sight, yellow brick road. That's for the west, don't come back to San Francisco.
But I'm stoked on how that turned out. I really like this. I think this is pitched up an octave. I can't show you Nectar because I wasn't. Yeah, pitched up an octave, and then the format's up to like just a little bit. But yeah, shout out Nectar 2 again. And then I have these like ad libs.
Yeah. Live and let live, let them figure it out.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay, so these like little breathing ad libs are definitely like my favorite part of the vocals, I think, for this song. Because this is just like breathing and shit. But this right here is like a throat clear that I auto-tuned. Oh, I guess I didn't auto-tune that either. But I wanted like a tuned, like like that kind of thing as an ad lib. I definitely tuned it like manually, I guess. Maybe it didn't sound good with. Oh, that sounds fine. Am I supposed to give Umru mod? What's Umru gonna do? Oh, I can't give up you. I don't know how to do shit. I've never streamed. Okay, let me try it. Umru music. You can only be mod or editor. I don't know what that means. Am I modding you? Okay. Babik and Umru are the two mods for the server. What else is cool here? Yo, okay, so like we're gonna stop the stream, it doesn't matter. So I have like, before I had a verse, I just had Girlfriend by Avril Lavigne. Oh fuck, I can't play it because it's frozen. but I just like sang it over top, like just as a placeholder. But I made this ad lib. It's like me saying I want to be your girlfriend or whatever.
Say nothing at all. Don't talk.
Just underneath, I kept that in, but I can't enable it because it's frozen. But
Talk if you're not gonna say much. You could. Don't talk. Don't talk. And if you don't say something, I'm just.
yeah. Okay. So the ad libs in here, I'm like also stoked on. I have like the format really down for these, but with auto tune all the way on. Stoked on those, and then there's these like super like stacked harmonies in the back, just being like something
Deeper, cleaner.
I fucking love this shit. That's also when I sang Girlfriend over it. Just these yaws.
And if you don't say something, I'm just gonna dig myself deeper. But most of us aren't good with that either. Don't talk.
Yeah, same shit, and then I've got the fucking screaming. Can we get a ban for the words Jacob and Collier?
Before you hit the surface, did you get far? Before you hit the surface.
But yeah, I'm sorry if I like missed something. I definitely did. But actually interested to hear if there is any reason why the end course is so short. I just want it to be really short. I like giving people blue balls. Can we get a clean screaming? Maybe. It's almost bozo time. Wait, give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'm just gonna play the acapella.
Don't talk if you're not gonna say much. You could have something you don't like the taste of. Don't talk if you won't make it worth it. Did you get far before you hit the surface?
No, I'm burst with the 4-digit pin code. Eat your words when it doesn't match the skin tone. So blue, no sight, yellow brick road. That's for the worst, don't come back to San Francisco.
Live and let live, let them figure it out. We can do whatever, I just want you around. Tell it to the world when I don't pick up your calls. And if you're thinking something stupid, don't say nothing at all. Don't talk if you're not gonna say much. You could have something you don't like the taste of. Don't talk if you won't make it worth it. Did you get far before you hit the surface? Don't talk. And if you don't say something, I'm just gonna dig myself
And
deeper.
we back, and we back.
And wish it could have gone a little cleaner. And if you don't say something, I'm just gonna dig myself deeper. But most of us aren't good with that either. Don't talk if you're not gonna say much. You could have something you don't like the taste of. Don't Like if you won't make it worth it. Did you get far before you hit the surface?
Don't play again. Okay. Bozo time, let's go. Oh, this is gonna take longer than I thought. We're only on track 3. It's been like 45 minutes. I thought we were gonna be over in like 2 hours. Maybe I will actually have to speedrun this shit. I did say it would be a speedrun. No one has the world record right now. I'm just saying. Okay, let's go. This one's fun. This one's fun to poke around.
Bozo.
Hey, there's more Kismet here? Let's go. So, this one was done pretty much entirely at like a friend's house. So, it's definitely the worst the vocals sound quality wise because I was like in a bad room or whatever. So they're definitely really messy. I'm not really stoked. I couldn't really save them too much, but yeah, let's go through the song itself first. The guitars are like super chopped up. But I thought it sounded cool. So these sound like vocals, like this. Not those. Those are power chords. These? No. Yeah. These kind of sound like vocals, but they are they're just acoustic guitar with manipulator on them. Manipulator is also fire. Boomer will also vouch for manipulator being sick. But you can do a lot with manipulator. Highly recommend. But yeah, to give this shit a backbone, I like recorded just me like strumming the guitar with the strings covered. So those are on the off beats, and then I have these power chords underneath to also fill it out. So that's the basic guitar part. What is this? Oh, same shit. Okay. Yeah, the basic guitar part is that, and then I have like the chords for the like I guess chorus. The attack on them is like super unnatural. Like I didn't want this to sound like it can be like that I like played it live. I wanted this to sound like really mechanical. So like there's no like moving. You can't hear me moving to another chord. It just skips to the next chord or whatever. And then I have these like shimmery things in the back. These? Yeah. You know, I got the Umru risers with more like a ton of distortion on this one. And you know, all three of course. Yeah, let's talk about the drums. The drums in this song are cool. Once again, I'm pretty sure I put the bass patch in the drum group because I saturated it, or I put a drum bass on it, a drum bus. Yeah, I recorded the guitar on the iPhone, because I didn't have any equipment there. So this sounds like a drill or some shit, like at a dentist, but it's just this like shout warped and then just like, and I think the way it comes in with like the impact is like, I like the way that turned out. super basic like clap and stuff. What is this? That's a clap that didn't make it. I guess the most interesting part is the bass patch. So this is a square wave, saturated as shit, and then with the like cut all the highs out of it. So that's just that. I have this like split frequency audio rack thing where I can like it's essentially like multi-band dynamics. So like I only have the low here and then I have the mid here, and normally I'd have the high, but I like didn't need it because it's a bass or whatever. So I wanted the low to poke through regular, and then I wanted this like mid section, I wanted that to be like stereo. So I wanted it to feel like it's like a super unprofessional thing to do, but I wanted it to be like I wanted like a stereo bass kind of thing. And that's like one layer of this with all this other distortion at the end, but then under this I think is just noise. Yeah. So you have the bass note and the white noise distorting together with saturator and like this more distortion or whatever. And I guess maybe the attack was too strong or something. I don't know. I'm like pretty messy about shit. But what I do a lot is I'll harmonize like the bass notes with another layer, maybe of like the same thing, just like octaves up or whatever. So I think this is it's a fifth, apart. But normally I would do like a third because I think it sounds pretty. But I think I wanted this to sound a bit like aggressive. So I think this is the same patch. Yeah, same patch, just like up 2 octaves and like harmonized. And then because I have more distortion on it, they're like clipping together. Yeah. Yeah, and then this part I have like a delay going too. So yeah, I'm super happy with how that turned out. I feel like it sounds kind of like bubbly or whatever. Yeah, and then at the end I just took an 808, compressed it a ton and distorted it, and then have it like I use this auto pan to make it like wave in and out. And they duck out whenever one of these notes hits. So and this is just that's that, and then this layer right here is the same 808, 2 octaves up, and like harmonized by like a third or something. Yeah. So I think that's the drums and the bass for the most part. I definitely have claps down here for the end. And some impacts and shit when it gets all like ethereal. There you go, yeah. We already talked about the guitars pretty much. So let's talk about the synths in the bridge part. This is just a pluck I made out of other plucks. It's super hard to like hear the thing because I have an echo on it, but there's definitely like a melody that this follows. And that's just me like pretty much fucking around in the scale and like just drawing in a bunch of cool like random MIDI shit. And I have these like rolls in there too. But when you have the echo on, it becomes super like unintelligible until I add all this other shit in with the same MIDI, just like different synths. Basic sine wave. And then these are like the super saws. This is where I've like copied everything, put it up an octave, and then here's where I've copied everything and put it up another octave after that. To like really build and shit. There's that. Oh, let's go. Okay. So this is like, let me make sure I have everything. Yeah. Okay. So as you can see, there's a lot of automation going on here. There's this bass thing I like to do where I'll take like a bass note here that's just like plain, like I turn these off. Like super basic or whatever. But I like to pitch the chorus so that they're acting as like their own separate overtones. And then I'll like modulate, or I'll automate like them to come in at random points so it sounds like it's going like that kind of thing. So like it sounds like it's like moving or like slithering or some shit. And I've done that with like two like there's 4 oscillators here, so I just like feels like it's moving and like watery and stuff. Yeah, snakes in. I also like adding I also like distorting a really simple sound to shit and then having 2 notes play at once because it sounds really ugly, like for the most part. Especially when it gets here. It becomes like you can't like discern like what notes they are at some point. But as a layer, got some cool thing to it. And then this is just like, what is this? Oh, okay. So I've like taken a vocal note from Splice, and then they're like a. I see. Okay, so I have like the gate down here pretty low, so it's coming off as like more of a pluck or whatever, where it's just like. If I turn this off. I guess that's what it is or whatever. And then I have this arpeggiator. Yeah, it's yeah, exactly. It's like granular without using a granular sense. So I'm like got this LFO MIDI that's controlling the rate at a really like rapid pace and going kind of crazy. You end up with this kind of like static, like Morse code type thing. And I just have it like moving around on different notes. What is this? Yeah, see, like I don't know what the fuck this is. But it's in here and I like froze it. So I can't really, I don't know what I did, but that's I did that. Yeah, so like all that together is just like there's a ton of layers, but it's just like it feels like So let's go into the vocals. I'm gonna try to like go a little faster, but this is me just noodling and shit, just like singing random shit at the start.
Bozo, 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 you're an idiot. Always talk too much, let's not get into it.
Why so sad?
Where'd that pretty face go? Ask me how I'm doing and I'll spit it out like cinnamon. Bozo, 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 better speak up. Tiptoeing around the block, I didn't see ya.
So yeah, like
Why so sad?
this is a ton of layers.
Why so sad? Why so sad?
Yeah, and then these.
Why so sad?
And if I can guess correctly, this one's disabled, but I'm pretty sure it's me like being like, why so sad or something.
Why so sad?
Yeah, okay, there you go. So I didn't put that in, but yeah, this is one of the rare occasions where I kind of only use like one track instead of doubling my voice. Oh wait, I got you. Where is that? Get out of here. Okay. Yeah, and then for see this part right here.
Welcome to the party. Thank you very much.
I have the vocals super like compact in this frequency range, and then I have it come up as like these risers are coming.
And dance around the subject so my legs hurt.
But at the same time, you're hearing like so it's kind of hard to hear at that point. What else is cool here?
Welcome to the party. Thank you very much. If you wanna get me talking, I haven't had enough. Dance around the subject so my legs hurt. And dance around the subject so my legs hurt. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Okay, so this was sick. I was stoked to do this, but here's the like I have multiple layers going on for this part, but here's one of them. I think this one down here is doing the same thing. Yeah, with just like a ton of delay and shit. And then here's the main vocal.
Give you all the things that I should keep to myself.
At that point, I didn't know I could hit that note, but I'm trying to get up there more. It's a cool range to be in. Literally embarrassing how much I rely on the literally I use your Haas effect so much, Umru. I know it's not I'm gonna say it because Umru would say it, but I would not recommend using it. That being said, I use it all the time. Also, hi Chuck. What else is cool? Oh, I like this harmony layer at the end.
Bozo, 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 want it all back. Must have blocked it on it, don't recall that.
You know, like together. It's like,
Bozo, 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 want it all back. Must have blocked it out, I don't recall that.
turn up my buffer size. Give me a second. Okay, I'm gonna move on, cause we got a lot to get through, and my roommate's gotta watch the Oscars. But I guess that's Kinko's, right? So one of the reasons I haven't put out the stems yet is cause I don't have the guitars for Kinko's. They're like corrupted or something. I can't find them anywhere. But wait, is it Oscars tonight? I think it started at 8. I was gonna be like, oh yeah, I'll just do a 2-hour stream and then but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so it originally started as this song called In-Laws. Was the first version of Kinko's that I can play. As you can see, like I have this inside playthrough thing right here, and y'all can't see it because it only shows one window. But I have, I don't know if y'all play the video game Inside. That game is so fucking sick. It's like one of my favorite games. But there's this part where this like kid runs through like a cornfield or whatever and goes into this barn. After like emerging from this like from like swimming or something like that. So that I put that clip into Ableton so I could like write along to it, which I would recommend as like a good songwriting exercise. Is to just like take something that inspires you visually and put it into Ableton or whatever DAW you're using. If it supports video, maybe you could just have it on like another monitor or something, and then try to like write to it. So I want it to sound like that, and this is originally what Kinko sounded like.
Several hidden shots to the chest. How did you get everyone to think that you were impressed? Tell me if it's not on purpose. Would you do it again? Just admit it, you don't have to, you're up
Yeah, so that was what it originally was. I took the lyrics from that and put it in a different key and sped it up a little bit. And then I also, the guitar part's the same. Let me see if I can. I had the guitar tuned to open D. So like when you play it, it's just like, it's just a major chord, which is like, for someone who like doesn't play guitar that well, makes it a lot easier. But I had like, I think it was like, so I was like, I think I'm fine. Yeah, I'm like stoked on how like all the little notes and stuff like that aren't in the like diatonic chord or whatever. I thought it sounded super like shoegazy and stuff like that. So that carried over. Like I said, I don't have the guitars for Kinko, so I think if I like release stems, I might just like re-record them now that I like remember how to play the part. But let's see if I can go in here and see if there's anything cool to look at. If anyone has any requests for that song specifically, let me know, because I'm getting a little lost going through all this shit. Yeah, I have these groups organized in this really cool color scheme that I like. It's like fire or something, like a light to ash and stuff like that. Oh, you can't see it, my bad. There's the drums. I'm happy with how these turned out. I don't think they overstay their welcome too much. I think they're pretty laid back. Oh yeah, the printer. I use the printer like in a lot of songs. I think mainly like this and the next two have like a bunch of printer sounds. Yeah, gotta love the printer. So this is like a, where is it? Where's that ding? Yeah. So I think without it, it's just like, it's like essentially just like a square wave beat or whatever. But I have this like echo going with the dry wet at 100%, so it comes in a little bit late, and it's like a really short delay. Kanye really changed everything with the Say You Will snare. Maybe second most important snare after Jack U. Yeah, super light percussion. Do we do any other? These are real drums. These are real drum fills I did. I kind of regret not like finding a better way to process these. I'm not really too happy with like the shitty audio quality. Like I mean the shitty audio quality was like on purpose, but I'm not. Maybe I wanted them to come in clearer in retrospect, but I like the little attack it has when you like when you make the quality worse. It like sucks you into each like attack or whatever. But yeah. Oh, you're right, Rumor. This guy is crazy. So those are the drums. Anything else? Not there, no. Yeah, see, I don't have any of these guitars, unfortunately, so I can't talk about that process. But these are just super basic acoustic palm muted guitars. Power chords for this, and then some little beeps, pans and stuff. I think this is originally like a chime from a train station. And I have this other layer here that does like a harmony on the third. Yeah. That's probably all I can get into with the guitars because I don't have them, but oh, here's a cool sound. I like that sound a lot. That one's very inspired by Gabby Knapsack. Got some ambience here towards the end. Oh yeah, so here are the vocals in the beginning that follow the main like synth melody, which I don't know where that is. That might have also been guitar, I think, so I don't have it, but yeah. Anything interesting in the vocals? Oh, I didn't end up using this, I think. As me saying Soy Unpredador from Loser by Beck. I wanted to put that at the start, but then I decided against it.
No, I haven't, and I bet I probably won't.
So this is... I really like how this ended up, because these were initially like... That's originally what it sounded like, but I wanted to record like these... I basically like took out my phone and just sang a bunch of like random like riffs and stuff like that. Like slow riffs with the intent of like speeding them up a whole octave. So it comes in really quick. Like that was definitely not done at the speed that it was done.
Don't ask me how I'm doing, how I do.
Yeah, you know I got OTT on the vocals. So yeah, de-esser, because the consonants on the iPhone mic are super like like that kind of thing. Nectar, of course. OTT, just a little bit. But you know we gotta use OTT. You know, it's the best thing ever. Bit of chorus, I guess. I'm modulating this, I'm sure, for like, I mean, automating this for like certain like words and stuff like that. That's basically the vocal chain. I don't know what kind of distortion I used for these.
Hey, I think I'm falling.
This is like a bass guitar amp. Overdrive, another amp, overdrive again. Yeah, so it's like a lot of distortion, a lot of things. So the In-Laws demo that I showed y'all or whatever, I just took the screaming vocals from that and like pitched them up. So I don't hit these notes. I didn't re-record them to hit the notes, but I don't know. I haven't tried it, so maybe that's something I can do. Yeah, I think that's about it for that song. Let's go to Where Did You Fall, which is by far the most complicated production on the album. And it was the first song I did. How's everyone feeling? I know it's like I'm getting fatigued. I didn't realize it was gonna take. We're not even at track 5 yet. I'm glad people are vibing. What are y'all having for dinner if you're approaching dinner time? I think I'm gonna have rice and tofu. Yo, someone said rice. Hell yeah. That's what I'm saying. Oh, should I make it a 2-part stream? Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do a 2-part stream. So I'll go through Where Did You Fall, and then I think I'll call it. And then... Well, Monday's tricky, because everyone's working. But if y'all have, like, a... Should I stream tomorrow? Or should I, like... When should the next stream be? Because it'll definitely take more than an hour to go through the other 5, but... Yeah, I could do it next week. Let's do next week same time. We'll meet here next week same time. But let me go through. I'll go through Where Did You Fall, and then we'll call it, so that everyone can get to the Oscars. So this one, how many tracks are we doing with here? 120. These are big groups. Super unnecessary, but yeah, let's run it. So people are asking about like people point out the metronome and stuff like that, but it's just because I have OTT on the vocals. So I guess I had the headphones up too much, so it like bled through. So you could just hear the metronome, but I was like, whatever. Like people are gonna be like, oh, the metronome or whatever. But it was definitely not like. It was a purposeful thing to leave it in, but I definitely didn't want to record the metronome. It was also raining, which was nice.
And it stops and starts and it stops and starts. And it hurts cause I haven't done you this bad since I broke your heart.
It was definitely on purpose to leave it in, but because I thought it sounded cool and I wanted the like cough to be in it, but yeah. So this song, I did the intro part of it last, and this was before I had figured out that I like wanted to set sort of a rule for myself to have guitar in every song. So I made the intro. Like prior to this making the intro, I had up to like that part or whatever. But I wanted to include guitar. Like I needed the guitar to be in it, so super basic, like follows the chords and stuff. No effects on it, just like raw, I guess. And then here I have, I'm pretty sure the same thing, just like chopped. Oh no, so this is a different take I recorded for sure, but and then make an appearance between like before it hits this second part of the song. Just hovering on that one chord. So that's like all the guitars though. This song does not have a lot of guitars, but I wanted it to be sort of like, what's that one Miramasa song called? In My Mind or something from Raw Youth Collage. It's the one where it's just like a EDM song, or essentially it's like a club song or whatever. I wanted like one of those on the album to just kind of like step away from like, I don't know. I wanted something that was like more consistent with like my older shit, like just for like a bit. So there's not much guitar here. It's super electronic production. But yeah, the main, the fucking drums are so messy. But this is where all like the fun is, I feel. So like these are all like just random like static panning like left and right and stuff like that. This is OTT feedback. But yeah, it's like scattered everywhere, panned left and right. And then here are like the actual drums. But yeah, underneath is just all of these like all throughout the and this thing. And then for the second half, I like break out the printer. And I like change the drums as well. But let me find where's the printer at? Yeah, these are all printer sounds. So let's. And you can like, there's like this like kind of like wail or whatever. Oh, I used to have the bamboo hit in it, but it's not there anymore. It was supposed to be like here, so it's supposed to be like, but I decided against it.
Where did you fall?
Yeah, and then the snare is like it's this clap. This like high, what is this? Yeah, this is xylophone. And then this tone right here. With like a bunch of white noise. It's just like a pluck. Got some erosion. Some saturation. And then for every third one, I wanted this like reverb to go off. Because I thought that would be cool. Also, these kicks are panned, which I was super stoked on. Dryland also has like panned kicks as well for like fills and stuff. So those are the drums pretty much. This folder is like, I'm pretty sure the rest of it that's not vocals. Yeah. So I originally had this super bright, like, but I only ended up taking this, like, if I can. I only ended up taking that part and like, I think it's right here, yeah. This pad is just a sine wave with a bit of white noise, and then this LFO, because it's automatically on the pitch, it's set to a really low amount, so it like wavers in pitch, like up and down, as opposed to just like, that's just like static, but now it's like moving. And then under that, what is this? Oh, it's someone blowing into a bottle. And then underneath I have this bass I made called a fish market bass. Oh, never mind, sorry. I have an 808 doing like these hits and then having that come in and out with this other bass. So like, I don't know if you can hear any of that, but because it's super low, but I also have this like organ, like 90s like Venga Boys type bass or whatever. If I can, well, let me play it. Yeah, like that kind of thing. That only kind of does fills, but I have the airplane ding. I love the airplane ding. I kind of just use it as like a tone. And then here, for when I wanted the bass to build up, I also have the same sort of like thing where I have the overtones isolated and moving in and out at different rates. This I fuck with a lot, because this is just like super, oh, I can't show you this, I forget. But it's like two sine waves, I mean two saw waves that slowly get farther and farther apart. So it sounds super ugly. I think it's the only thing that does it. Yeah, so it's just this like ugly mess at some point. What else? Sorry, this is like all over the place. I will definitely prepare more for the next stream. Oh yeah, I have all these like this grand piano with the release all the way down, and then I'm panning a bunch of like and that's like all over this end part as well. What's this? Yeah. There's a lot of stuff in here. It's very hard for me to like come up with like a lesson plan or some shit on how to talk about this. But what else is important? This bass right here. Yeah. So the main like part of this bass or whatever is the pitch envelope here. That makes it like super lasery or whatever. So. Right. But I like the way like the laser sounded on its own, so I have these little like you can't even hear the bass, but it's like on top of it's in the same MIDI. They just act as lasers. I have one 808. Very happy about that. This is the harmony layer again. Classic. Umru pluck low bend C. Yo, it does make faces. I didn't even notice that. You're insane. What else? Doing this granulator thing with his breathing. 1808. This is all in the part where this like
Best friend ever.
Someone called the dog.
oh yeah, this right here is cut from like our water, our hot water and our heat went out in our apartment, and someone I had gotten a voicemail from 311 telling me to like if there's like if we detect carbon monoxide to like go outside and get fresh air or whatever. So this is like a chop from that. I didn't want to. I originally had the whole like a whole portion of the phone call in it, but I didn't want to like I didn't want to expose her like that. She was doing us a favor. I didn't record it. It was a voicemail. I was like, oh, that's fire. I'm not even bragging that I had no heat. I was just like, oh, there's a voicemail on my phone that says like go outside for fresh air immediately. I'm like, oh, I could use that. But yeah, that's what that is. What else is cool with the vocals?
Need it. Is for you.
This is a super like Frank Ocean like. No, not that one. This one.
For you.
It's just like saying the like smoke, hey, or whatever. It's like
Is for you. Cause I thought that was what you needed. What you needed. Oh, my mistake. Instead I've been hanging around with. And it stops and starts and it stops and starts. And it hurts cause I haven't done you this bad. Instead I.
what else I got?
Where did you fall?
Oh yeah, this is me just like saying random shit, but it's still audible, but like it's super audible, but I'm not like saying anything. It's just like gibberish here. auto tune all the way on. You know, vibes.
Different kind. Biggest that's somebody's best friend.
Oh yeah. What am I thinking? Okay, this part at the end. I'm super stoked with how the drums came out. I'm gonna see if I can find. Yeah, these are live drums, just like super. What did I do here? There you go. They've got like the like beats thing where you take the transients and you like basically take every transient and make the attack like super short or whatever. I think if I like made all of these like no you. That still sounds kind of cool, but I like the way it's like really stoked with how that turned out. What else we got over here? Yeah, this piano part I was stoked up. This is also like kind of probably inspired like subconsciously by Swindale. I used to listen to a lot of Swindale, and Swindale would like just play these random chords on top of this like crazy like groove or whatever. It would just be one long chord and it would just kind of like fade or like it would pitch down or something, but that's just like in the back. Oh, let's go. Look at this shit. So let's just hear what it sounds like without all this. Yeah, it's just a sine wave, baby. Let's go. So we've got a reverb and an overdrive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. And then this reduce ambience multi-band compressor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 12 times. Would highly recommend if you want to fuck something up, just take whatever you have on it and like duplicate it a ton. This is the same thing where I didn't have Lossy yet, so I had to if I wanted bad audio, I'd have to put it through iTunes. So that's like 320, I think, and then this down here is like 16. But once again, that's not me like EQing it and making it like low passing it or whatever. This is just like the quality of the audio itself gets worse over time. Okay. That's 5 of them. We're halfway there. Does anyone have any questions that I can answer on the first 5 songs? Because I'll come back next weekend probably and then do another stream that goes through the last 5, and then I can answer more questions. But if y'all have any questions about the first 5 or just like the album in general, let me know. I can answer them a bit. When was Where Did You Fall started? November 2019. What's your favorite lyric that you've written on the album? Neuron burst with the 4-digit pin code. That one was cool. Can the stream be on Saturday? Please have a guitar lesson. Maybe. I have to actually figure out what I'm doing that weekend. But I will report back. The vocals on the bridge, someone called the doctor, are those pitched down or format shifted? Those are probably just format shifted. I think I maybe sang it that low. I'm not sure. Favorite track on Fishmonger, Dryland for sure. Where did I get all the drum and noise samples? Freesound.org is fire. It's fire. You can get so many sounds on freesound.org. So it's a lot of like radio static, printers again. But yeah, freesound.org. Get freesound.org. So sick. How much did you write before you started bringing it into Ableton? I was a producer first. So I've been using Ableton since I was like 12 or something, and for like 5 years, all I was doing was like making like really shitty dubstep. But I guess to answer the question is like I didn't really start writing anything before putting it into Ableton until like recently. Like maybe a couple years ago was when I started to like think of the songs I wanted to make before I got into Ableton, I think. You put anything on your master? I put a brick wall limiter on my master, and it's a brick wall limiter that I don't own, so I have to turn the gain up to a certain amount within 10 minutes of me putting the plugin on the master chain, and then I have to bounce. The reason I didn't use Freesound was because I thought all the audio was low quality. Oh. Yeah, even if it was low quality, like, it'd still be fire. Still be fire. Maybe next stream I will make a dubstep drop in 10 minutes. I still have the virtual riot vid up on my YouTube channel. Of course, I have to. You know how much power that gives me? You know how much aura I get from that video alone? Can we get underscores gaming? I don't think my computer is good enough for that. I have a MacBook. What do the years at the end of the song title symbolize? Beats me. Oscar predictions? If Phoebe Bridgers doesn't win an Oscar, I'm gonna punch somebody. Where'd the title for Kinko's field trip come from? Well, I used printers in the song, and I thought of Kinko's. And then I used to like go on a lot of field trips when I was younger or whatever in the city. Like we'd go to like donut places or something. So I was like, oh, wouldn't that be funny if we like someone took their class to a Kinko's. Where are you from? I'm from San Francisco. What's your songwriting process like? It's changed a lot. Like it's not very consistent. I think it used to be very much like I would open Ableton and just start like making shit and then seeing if it worked out. But at this point, like I kind of need to know exactly what I want to make before I go into it, which makes it so like not as fun. But that's just what it is right now. Advice for beat-oriented producers who want to write pop songs but don't know how at all? I'd say first, just like if you like listen to a lot of that music and then study it, I think that also helps. But I think also like I don't know, I'm maybe like 3 or 4 years into like writing lyrics and stuff like that, and that took like there was definitely a lot. It's a whole other learning curve, like just because like I don't know, I thought I had like developed a production skill set by then, but like songwriting, it's like even though it's music, it's still like a whole other thing to like learn from scratch and like fail at, and stuff like that. So be patient, but I would also suggest like just write a lot of stuff. Think about lyrics you really like and why you like them. Yeah, that wasn't great advice. I'm sorry, but at what point do you put vocals down on a song? I think once I've written most of the song, like when I've written most of the lyrics down and stuff like that, then I'll record it. But sometimes I feel like that leaves that's sort of a roadblock. Like if it'll be like, oh, if I don't finish the song, then if I don't finish writing all the lyrics or whatever, then I can't record the vocals. Whereas like right now, I'm just trying to be like, okay, if I have this part written, I should just record it. Like maybe that'll get me to like keep working or whatever. What genre would you describe your music as? I don't really know. I'm cool with whatever. Yeah, Rhyme Zone's sick. Pull up Rhyme Zone for sure. How much time we got? 7:45. Okay. I am going to head out. I'm going to do a part 2 for sure. I totally underestimated how long this is going to take. But I'll do a part 2 probably next weekend. Thank you guys so much for coming. This was really sick. I've never like gone through the process of how I do shit. So I'm glad, even though it was like super all over the place, I'm sure that y'all stayed. Especially those who stayed for like the whole thing. It means a ton. Yeah, I'll go through the rest of the tracks in a week.